We will be studying how to solve multi-step inequalities, and our focus will be on special cases. We're going to examine the steps that we follow to solve multi-step inequalities, and then we're going to apply those steps in solving some examples. So to solve multi-step inequalities, the first thing you want to do is you want to isolate the variables like you do with equations. Then you want to, and then after that you want to solve the inequality. If the variable is on the right side of the inequality, you want to switch to the left side and you reverse. When you reverse the inequality, all that means is you change the sign. So if it's greater than, it becomes less than. If it's less than, it becomes greater than. If it's greater than equal to, it becomes less than equal to, and vice versa. Important thing here to note is that when you divide or multiply by a negative number, you also reverse the sign of the inequality, and then we'll choose to represent the inequality on a number line. Best practice that I encourage students to take note of is to always write your inequality in the form a greater than c, where a is your variable and c is your constant. So let's take a look at some examples. So we have minus 4x plus 3 greater than 12 minus 2x. What I'm going to do is I'm going to first isolate the variables. So let's go ahead and add 2x to both sides. So now we have minus 4x plus 2x, that's minus 2x plus 3 greater than 12. Now we're going to subtract 3 from both sides. So we have minus 2x greater than 9. Now we divide by negative 2, and so we have x. Because we're dividing by a negative number, we're going to switch the signs. It's minus 9 over 2. So let's go ahead and figure out what 9 over 2 is. So we have 4 times 2, we have 8 with a remainder of 1. So x is less than minus 4.5. So let's try a number line. This is 0. This is minus 4.5. Because it's less than, it's an open circle going in that direction. (0.2x minus 3.2 is greater than 1.3 plus 0.3x. So what we're going to do is we're going to first subtract 0.3x, subtract 0.3x. So minus 0.2x minus 0.3x, what we're going to do is we're going to add this together. So we have 0.5x, negative 0.5x minus 3.2 is greater than 1.3. Now we're going to add 3.2 to both sides. So 1.3 plus 3.2. 3 plus 2 is 5. We have 4.5. So minus 0.5x is greater than 4.5. Now we divide by minus 0.5 on both sides. Minus 0.5. So 4.5, 0.5. We switch this, we move the decimal marker over here, so we have to move it right here. So now we have 45 divided by 5, which is 9. So x, because it's greater than, so we're going to use less than negative 9. So number line, we got 0 here, we have negative 9, so x is less than negative 9, goes in that direction. Now we have 1/4 x plus 1/2 less than equal to 3/4 x plus 1. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to, on our PEMDAS, and what we're going to do first is we're going to distribute the 3/4 into the x plus 1 in the parentheses. So we have 1/4x plus 1/2 less than equal to 3/4x plus 3/4. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to subtract 1/4x from both sides. So 3/4 minus 1/4, that gives us 2/4. Okay, so now we have 1/2 less than equal to that's 2/4. Sorry about that. That is 2/4 x plus 3/4. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we subtract 3/4 from both sides, minus 3/4. So 1/2 minus 3/4. Let's change this to the same denominator. We have 2/4 minus 3/4. So what we're going to do now is 3/4 is greater than 2/4, so we just go ahead and subtract 3/4 minus 2/4. That's going to give us 1/4. But because this negative sign is on the larger fraction, we have negative 1/4. So this is going to give us negative 1/4. Let me put a circle around that. So we have negative 1/4 is less than equal to 2/4x. Now we divide both sides by 2/4. Divide by 2/4. So now negative 1/4 divided by 2/4 is the same as negative 1/4 times 4/2. So 4 crosses out, and then we have negative 1/2. So now we have negative 1/2 less than equal to x. And like I said earlier, you always want to put the x on the left hand side. So you have x is greater than equal to negative 1/2. An important thing to note here is that the sign on the number, on the constant, does not change. It's just the inequality that changes. So we're going to draw this on the number line. So we have 0, and then we have negative 1/2. Because it's greater than equal to, we have to shade it, and then it's greater than equal to. Final example, 4/2 plus x is less than 1/2 x plus 2/4. So let's go ahead and subtract x from both sides. So 1/2 minus 1, which is 2/5. So we have 4/2 is less than 2/5x plus 2/4. So now we're going to subtract 2/4 from both sides. So 4/2 minus 2/4. So 4 minus 2, that is 2. And then now we're left with 2 minus 4/5, which we cannot do. So now we're going to borrow 1 here. We're going to borrow 1 from this. And it's now we're going to add that one we borrow. It's the same value as the denominator because 1 here is the same as 5/5. So what we're going to do now is we're left with 1, and then instead of 2/5, we're going to add 5 to it because that's the one we borrowed, plus 2 minus 4. over 5. So this is 1, 3 over 5. So 1, 3 over 5 is less than 2 over 5x. Now we divide both sides by 2 over 5, divide by 2 over 5. 1, 3 over 5 divided by 2 over 5 is 8 over 5 divided by 2 over 5, which is the same as 8 over 5 multiplied by 5 over 2. This crosses out. 2 divided by 2, 8 divided by 2, you have 4. So now you have 4 is less than x, which means x is greater than 4. So let's draw the number line. We have 0 here, we have 4, open circle, x is greater than 4.